What do you mean you're not going to marry my wife?
What do you mean you won't have sex with my wife?
Come back here and have sex with my wife. I keep kicking over my fucking water bottle, dude.
That's a curse you've had since you've carried that water bottle
I put it on the floor next to me, and then it just, I turn inevitably, and I always kick it. And then I think it's the cat, and it scares me, and then I don't.
But even if it was the cat, it would scare you, and then you'd be okay with it.
If it was the cat, she'd make a loud noise, and then I'd be very scared. Ah, god damn it, I grabbed my gross leg.
New tattoo.
Yeah. Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to
Hello.
Better or Worse in the Room.
Welcome. Woo.
I am Chris.
I am Nick.
And we are going to talk about an absolutely jack shit garbage bar, just fucking, oh god, it's the worst. Oh, it's an awful movie.
The best part?
I bought this movie, I found it on eBay.
Okay.
I like going on eBay. eBay has tons of good stuff, and if you go on VHS tapes, like if you go to DVDs and movies, there's a subcategory of VHS tapes.
Okay.
I just hit newly listed, and I just start scrolling and just see. And this is what showed up. I found a movie called Video Game Nightmare, Astra Heroine of the Dark Dimension. And this is a 40-minute long trash fest from the year 2000. I have no clue about any information about this movie, like where it was filmed, who really made it. Gary Whitman, I think, was the director.
That's like the most we saw was his name.
Gary Whitman, Sam Baker, Dawn Murphy is the main star.
Vanessa something.
Let's see, there's the name. The name was on the back. Vanessa Carlton. Super low budget movie.
Yes.
Basic story is there's a woman. I don't even know her name. Nice.
Sorry about that. Yeah, she never
There's
said
a woman
her name.
who is living in a closet, and she has one of those old school 1990s fat boy computers. And she has a game called Astra Heroine of the Dark Dimension, and she likes playing it in her off time. And it starts. Hold on, let's go back, because the moment the movie starts, we get some crazy scene completely out of context.
Oh, yeah.
Of a woman in a bathtub who's tied up, and then she just slowly starts sinking into a bathtub for no discernible reason, and then dies, and then we get the opening credits to meet our new person.
That takes minimum 2 minutes to do.
It's like a 2 or 3 minute, just what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Who is this woman? There's no music. It's
Nothing.
just a lady slowly drowning in a tub for no
metal
reason.
tub.
No reason.
Yeah, none.
Then
Zero.
we meet our lady who likes to play video games.
Yes, and
Very wrong.
yeah,
She doesn't use the keyboard.
No,
she just clicks.
just
She just clicks on the mouse. That's it.
Speedy clicks.
She just clicks. And she goes, ooh, ah, yeah. And she makes faces, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you're right. And then,
Doesn't make any
and
sense.
she doesn't really say anything. And when she's
doesn't
talking
say-
to herself,
When I say there is no dialogue in this movie, there is no dialogue in this movie. There's 5 minutes of dialogue in this entire movie.
There is less dialogue in this movie than an episode of Samurai Jack.
Yes. And those notoriously have no dialogue. The girl talks a little bit in the beginning, basically just talking to herself like, I wish I was Astra. She's awesome. Oh, I'm going to play this game. And then she starts playing the game, and then it cuts to a woman walking around in I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like a bunch of weird painted high school play sets.
Yeah, where it's like they put a wall behind an opening just to make it, and then she could go off set and then go to the next
spray paint
one.
a little bit.
Yeah,
something there was a dungeon area.
And what did she keep doing? Is she found something in there, and then
you don't
she
even
ran
see.
away.
She just walks the main girl Astra, because you're apparently how I'm seeing it is this girl's playing the game, and even though we're watching movies of this woman running around the forest and dungeons, I assume our main lady, Dawn, is playing as Astra by just clicking on her mouse.
Yeah, nothing else.
But all she does is walk through hallways, and then she just points her gun and shoots, and then runs away, and then shoots some more
off screen.
Yeah. She just shoots off screen. She doesn't say nothing.
And there's been no words. The music is weirdly...
The music's crap. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's like ish video game music, but it also feels almost
too happy for that.
It doesn't necessarily feel happy. It feels like if you push the demo button on a Casio or something. Like it's just it's not something anybody weird. Put together. It was just like a demo button.
Yeah, to hear something.
Yeah. So we get a lot of that. It's just a bunch of shooting off screen for no reason, which I thought was. I wanted to see something.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was legitimately thinking, are there any enemies in this movie? Because we've only seen up to this point, which is like 10 full minutes in, 2 people.
Yes.
Dawn, don't even know her name.
Right.
And Astra. That's it. There have been no other people. And then out of nowhere, the Grim Reaper shows up and then just starts shooting suction cup darts at Astra.
Did he show up or that giant T-Rex show up first?
Did the giant T-Rex? Oh,
I think it was the giant T-Rex. And he showed up to take her body.
Yeah, there's multiple enemies in this movie / video game thing. We have 4-inch tall robots that he puts the camera behind to make them seem giant.
Yeah, that's right.
He has a tiny battery-operated dinosaur toy, of which they use the actual sound effects from the toy. So everything sounds like super grainy and gross. He didn't even attempt to like re-record the sounds to overlay it or anything, or add like third-party sounds.
Nothing.
Just like a roar.
Yeah.
Anything.
Nothing.
At all. Nothing.
This
is the cheapest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that's saying a lot, I think.
It's a lot. Like it's a bunch of just that really crappy hold toy close to camera to make girl look small in comparison to big toy.
It is literally the scene in Family Guy when he's trying to eat Lois with the T-Rex.
It is exactly that.
Exactly that.
It is exactly that scene. That is the whole fucking movie. So then we get that little bit of that. Astra somehow gets shot off screen, and then she falls over, and then it's like a smash cut to a completely different person.
Yeah, like
in a totally different area, and
different everything.
We get no context for this, but apparently, it cuts back to Dawn, who's playing the game, and Dawn is now she keeps talking to herself through the movie, but in these scenes where we see random person just wandering, who also gets shot from off screen.
Yeah,
she just goes, "Oh no, I hope Astra can go save her. Where's Astra? You're playing the game."
I think,
this lady's playing a game. What
Astra.
Is she doing? Is she just watching a cutscene and going, "Oh boy, I hope the main character shows up"? I wonder. Or is she actually playing the game as this woman?
Well, she stopped clicking at that point, so maybe
we don't know if she stopped clicking. She seemed to be very into the game by clicking. And that's all she would just click and hammering it.
Yeah, but when she would talk about Astra, like you're saying, she would, in those scenes, she would say it like she didn't play that character. Like it was almost
She was saying it like she was Krillin on the sidelines of a Dragon Ball Z fight.
Yeah.
Like she's talking to the camera, but she is a participant in the game. So why is she crying about this shit and asking for the main character?
So. And then right around this scene is when she disappears and comes back in real life.
What?
Right, that's one of the areas she takes that weird break where she just gets up, leaves, and comes back. Time passes.
Not disappear and come back. I know what you're saying. Okay,
right.
I think after this whole thing where she's like, "Where's Astra? Where's Astra?"
Yeah.
That's when we see. We get the context for the beginning, like 2 minutes of the movie, where there's a tank or a tub.
What it was, yeah.
This new girl that we see is now getting. She's just slowly scooting herself down into a tub and going, "No, help, no!"
Now the way you guys picture Chris doing this,
and then she just puts her face under the water and dies.
Okay, the way you all pictured him saying that is exactly the way she did it in the film. So you did a darn good job of visualizing that scene. Chris, that was awesome acting.
Thank you.
Did you take notes from this movie?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm going to use this for my college thesis.
Tommy might be impressed.
Yes. I only live to serve Tommy Wiseau. So after that happens, I guess Dawn is like distraught that she lost or something. I don't know.
And then she didn't save her maybe.
Like I assumed she was gonna like do something or we'd get a little bit more context. But she just goes, oh, I wish Astra was there. If I was there, I'd help. And then she just ejects the disc. She ejects the discs. She puts it back in the sleeps. And then she just goes, well, I'll come back later. Okay. And then she gets up and walks away from the computer and it fades to black.
Chris, is that how you end your video games abruptly? You just hit the
I just eject the disc the moment I die. Yeah. It's like resetting the N64.
Yeah.
It's the perfect way to piss people off. Do not turn off or do not shut off or eject disk while saving. Eject.
Well, save.
Why?
No.
Why? Eject. Unplug power. Always unplug your power the midway through a save. It'll be the best thing for your system. But then the movie just fades in, and then she just sits back down.
Yeah,
and that's like a singular second of film later.
Yeah.
We get where did you go? Did you have to go to work? Is this the next day? Is this the same day?
They couldn't think of any other way.
She was wearing the same clothes. Yeah, nothing.
Like she almost went just to go eat food and come back.
I gotta piss.
I literally think she went and took a poop.
Yeah, she took a dump. Because every time you take a dump, you have to take out the disc, put it away in the box, put the box back above your computer
in alphabetical order,
and then go do your business. Come back, go. Let's play more game, and then take the disc out, put it back in the disc slot, put it back in, and then start the game.
Chris, I usually just hit the pause button.
Or at least leave the disc in the tray. What's going to happen? It's not going to explode.
Well, especially if it's just a poop, though. Yeah. I know I'm coming back.
It's not a tape that's been left in a VCR for the last 20 years. You'll be fine.
Right.
It's okay. This was the year 2000,
so,
sure? I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe they were more mentally deficient back then. I don't know. I was 8 at the time.
Maybe they were Cajun.
I was 8 at the time. This is a movie that we could probably make as an 8-year-old or 9-year-old. Minus the tits.
Yeah.
There are a lot of tits.
Yeah, too many.
There are tons of tits.
I promise you that whoever made it, wrote it, somebody was doing it to cop a couple feet.
It was Sam Baker or the other guy. Wayton Whiterman, yeah. Whatever his name is. Gary Whitman. Gary Whitman?
Whitman?
I think it's Gary Whitman. Those guys, the people in the credits.
Yeah.
Those guys just wanted to see some tit.
Because the one girl was not unattractive. Both of them were not unattractive. The video game girl, Astra, was obviously chosen because she had a body type.
I have no idea. I don't know. Because they're in multiple videos.
I know, but that's the one girl that they showed her butt. They kind of groped her with the snake. That's the same girl, Astra.
Astra.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the Dawn.
No, I was talking about Astra.
What do you mean a body type? It's just a lady.
No, I was talking about Astra.
Vanessa Carlton.
Yes, they.
Well, she's been in multiple movies with them.
That's right.
So whoever this person is, they have made multiple movies. Because at the end of this, which I'm not going to show, are, according to the back of the box, bonus clips of Dawn and Vanessa's most gruesome deaths. See Dawn's stabbing death from Rana Part 2 and her electrocution from The Terrorists. And Vanessa's shooting from the invisible stalker and her strangling from slaughtered roommates. And at the bottom it says, violence, wet t-shirts, topless nudity. 65 minutes.
First of all, that was 4 separate deaths from different movies that
This is not 65 minutes. This is like 35 minutes.
Plus those 4
and then 20 extra minutes of 4 deaths.
Of murder.
4 deaths is almost the equivalent of this entire movie.
Which
I do not recommend to anybody to watch. This movie is fucking garbage. Okay, let's get back on track with what's happening in the movie. She sits back down again. For no apparent reason whatsoever, she disappears into the ether. Gone. And then she's just in the video game. Is she freaked out?
Is she freaked out?
Is she freaked out?
Chris, no. She is not, actually. It appears
fine.
as though she's been doing this her whole life.
She's fine.
Like,
there's no freak out moment.
Nothing.
There's no...
she gets up.
There's no, like, oh, wait, I'm in the game.
Right.
No,
you're right. No realization.
She basically just assumes the identity of Astra.
Yeah. You're right.
Like, Astra doesn't even show up for, like, a good portion of the movie after she she just, like, appears in. And then she's just walking around. And then she gets shot from off screen somewhere. And then the T-Rex attacks her. And then she falls down. And then she gets up. And then she walks away. Even though the T-Rex is right there.
That's right.
There's apparently just duffel bags that say the word health kit just around.
Oh, I thought that was Astra, the heroine of the Dark Dimension.
Yes. She picks up the first health kit. She wobbles off to it and then pokes it and then becomes fine and walks away.
And then she has to find it later, even though it's right there.
And all of those scenes, all of these things are happening like back to back, where she walks through an area, she finds and gets shot off screen for no reason. Then she meets the dinosaur. Then the dinosaur bites her. The dinosaur shoots her with nothing.
But what did she say?
And she falls down.
What does she say on the way to the dinosaur? Or does she say anything to the dinosaur when she gets there?
I don't remember.
No word, no lines or anything.
Not a word. Nothing I can remember.
Exactly.
At all.
Because they never spoke until like toward the very end, and they barely said anything. It was, I'm here, I guess, and you're not real, or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the only time they speak.
We haven't gotten to that yet.
No?
No. Because Astra, we assumed that this Dawn girl was assuming the role of Astra in the video game.
That's right.
Like this was some sort of dream sequence thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it kind of felt like it was going to be, and it wasn't. It's not.
No.
But apparently they meet up. Like, does she save Astra or something? They meet up somehow. Yeah. Astra and this main girl Dawn meet up somehow.
Oh, Dawn was tied up this way before Astra found her.
Because she met Skullface,
the
bad guy.
That's right.
So Skullface shot her. Skullface picked her up and then tied her up for no reason.
Yes.
Astra comes and saves her, and they get away together.
Yes.
No dialogue whatsoever.
None.
And then when they finally get away, that's when we get our whole, like, Dawn is like, who are you? I'm Astra. Yeah, I know, because you're the main character of a video game, and you're not real. And then Dawn just goes on a fucking diatribe of, you're not real. This whole thing is a video game. It's just fiction. You can't die because you're not real.
You have no purpose.
You have no purpose here. She goes all fucking Matrix red pill on Astra.
Yeah. And then Astra goes all fucking eyes open.
No, she doesn't really do anything. Because this Vanessa Carlton actress is the worst actress I've ever seen.
Well, she raises her eyebrows every once in a while.
She's got a great body. And I know, I see exactly why they cast her. But no facial expression.
Eyebrows.
Deadpan. Like, no. She moves her eyebrows. She lifts her eyebrows for one scene. And then looks down for a little while. And that's it.
That's like the most intense
acting. She doesn't do fuck, dude.
No.
All of the actors and actresses in this movie
maybe this was the first
terrible.
one she did with them.
I have no clue. I'm never going to look it up. Okay. I refuse. This movie made me mad.
It's upsetting.
It made me a little
frustrating.
Angry. Nothing fucking happens.
No. You and I could have done better without a script.
This is a movie without a script.
Yeah, we are doing better. What am I talking about?
But there's like nothing happens. After they meet up, after they talk, and Dawn goes through existential crisis mode with Astra, they run away, get shot multiple times, and then Astra goes, you can leave. And then Dawn runs away in the forest and disappears and then reappears in her room. That's the end of the movie.
Literally, that's like the main plot point, it seems. Because it's the whole point is Astra able to save Dawn and get her home.
That's it. But they don't even talk about that.
Exactly. It's never brought up. Like, they just inherently know that.
They just go. So and then they find an exit sign taped to a tree. And then Astra goes, leave. I'm not real, so it doesn't matter if I die.
Yeah.
And then Dawn just runs away. And then appears back in her room and goes, careful what you wish for. Puts the disc away. And that was the end of the movie.
Yeah, and she says it really might come true. And then it ends. It was literally... And then then they start bringing all the deaths into play.
Then we get the crap. Yeah. For the last 30 minutes. But that's the end of the movie. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You get 5 seconds of credits of the main girl's butt. And that's it.
So
like this movie, legitimately, I regret purchasing it. I thought this was going to be way better, and not better as in like, it's this movie was going to be shit. By the cover of the movie, you can tell this is going to be a garbage movie.
Oh, 100%.
There's nothing is going to be like stand out aside from bad acting, bad effects. But I wasn't expecting no dialogue,
Dude.
and like a 35-minute short film.
Right.
Because it said 65 minutes in the
hold
back.
on, check this out. The first thing I wrote down is the best part of this film was reading the box. Because the box made you kind of like go, yeah, let's check this one out. And then it appears that the movie seems to start off with drowning, and then they're in a room with a computer, and then they're in the forest running around, and then they're drowning again, and then they're in the forest running around, and then they're drowning again, and then she's in the forest, and then now she's home. That was basically it.
Probably because they weren't allowed to film anywhere except their local forest preserve when no one else was around.
Yeah, because they didn't want to get licensed.
The entire budget of this movie must have been less than $1,000.
Yeah.
Less than $1,000.
Puppets and shit that are obviously puppets.
These were, somebody had a kid and had children's toys. These are better than McDonald's toys.
You're right.
These are definitely like Toys R Us, like $20 bullshit toys.
You're right. That's fair.
Like, I just don't... I don't understand why this would get released in any way. This almost seems like something someone wanted to make, but for their own weird, perverted wants.
Sent it
this
out.
Doesn't look like
this
doesn't look like a movie that should have been released. No. This to me feels like something that you would keep on your personal shelf because you made it, and that's it.
It seriously feels like a little bit of someone's fantasy, but without the entirety of the fantasy.
This does have a P.O. box on the end of it. It also has an AOL.com email address.
What if it still exists?
I wonder. We should send a letter. We should send a letter to P.O. Box 83, Deerfield, New Jersey 08313, and see if they respond. I want to know. I want some background on Video Game Nightmare. I feel like we should send a postcard to this address. Just to see. And if we get something, I'll share it. We'll share it to the people out there.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this movie, end all be all, fucking so much worse than The Room.
Oh yeah.
This was a trash fire.
No, this one I don't want to watch again. The Room
I'm never gonna watch this again.
I'm
gonna keep it because it's great box art.
Oh yeah, yeah. The early 2000s.
But
late 90s.
Yeah, I'm never gonna watch this again.
No, The Room we'll watch again though.
If I do watch this, it's gonna be to show people how fucking terrible a movie is, and then I'm just gonna watch their faces as they cringe in horror.
The people who can't handle The Room, show them this and then show them The Room.
Oh yeah, The Room is a masterpiece. The Room is like the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
Compared to Video Game Nightmare, Astra Heroine of the Dark Dimension.
Absolutely.
It's such a long name too.
Yeah,
because it looks like it has two full names. Is it called Video Game Nightmare, or is it called Astra Heroine of the Dark Dimension, or is it called Video Game Nightmare Astra Heroine of the Dark Dimension?
Yes, all of the above.
Yes, it's Video Game Astra Nightmare Heroine of the Dark Dimension.
That could be Nightmare Heroine. Yeah,
Nightmare Heroine. Oh yeah, we were making jokes throughout this entire movie that this is actually just a fever dream. It's someone's super high. Dawn, the main girl, just does heroin called Astra. The strain is called Astra, and it's heroin of the Dark Dimension. That's how strong it is. And she's just dreaming that she's in some weird video game world getting eaten by robots and dinosaurs.
It's gotta be that because that's the only thing that makes sense.
That has to be that. I refuse to believe this is anything other than some girl doing drugs in front of a computer screen and looking at a video game box pretending she's there. Why else would she not use the keyboard? She's not using the keyboard. She's just clicking. The screen's not even on, man. She's just looking at herself and she's staring at the video game box, dude. That's what I choose to believe. You've just narrowly escaped the scary door.
Yes.
I refuse to believe this is anything other than
that's the only thing that
some
makes
horny
it
dude who wanted to see tits.
Yep.
Or it is a super art film about a woman ODing on heroin and seeing a video game.
Or it's both.
And at the
same
time.
And it took us to
if you watch it backwards in slow motion, it is exactly that.
It's all the same thing, just running backwards.
It's all the same thing.
And drowning upwards.
All right, I think final say. Worse,
absolutely.
Guaranteed worse.
I would say worse. Yeah.
If you have the chance to see this, don't.
Yeah, you don't have to. We just described it.
Take our word for it. I think your IQ will thank you.
Yeah, we are going to do this for you, so you don't have to lose what we lose.
We do this for you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this back on my shelf. Where did this go? There it went.
Oh yeah, it was
above
yeah,
Videodrome and underneath Videoterror.
Because we almost got to do a different one, but you'll know which one that is in time.
Oh yeah, we got more. We got plenty more to come. But thank you for listening. If you did, I mean, this is on YouTube, so just leave a like.
Yes.
Subscribe if you feel. Send it to your friends. We got plenty more. I have a massive wall of movies, and there is no shortage of absolute trash on here, but there might be some treasure. I know there's treasure. I found some beautiful treasure in my trove of garbage movies. But yeah, keep an eye out for the next one. I know we currently have It's a Boy-Girl Thing, which is pretty good. That was a good body swap movie. We talked about The Room and The Disaster Artist to get a little bit of the what we like about the movie.
Yes.
So check those out if you haven't already. We also do some Let's Play shit, little like random grab bag games, spooky games. We're at Struggle Through Gaming on YouTube. So check that out if you feel. But until next time, we'll see you.
And we love you.
Enjoy life. Enjoy shit movies.
So much. Yes, please. They are
Hail Satan.
Oh, God. All right. Bye.
Goodbye.